Good morning. I am Sylvia, the crafty old lady, and today I wanted to show you some things I got at a rummage sale. Now, these are just the crafty or journaling type things that we got. We did get some flower pots and a few other things, candles, but anyway, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're happy and healthy and safe. And I just want to go through this. This was a bag that I already washed, and it was $2. So some of the pieces that I could see, I thought maybe, I didn't realize were going to be so small, but you'll see in a minute. But they're all pretty. And, oh, there's a lot of this gingham. This is just like a long strip. And then there's a lot of different sized red ginghams. One of them is actually a sewn piece of, I don't know where it is now, but it looks like a kerchief. It was sewn into a triangle. All the edges are sewn together. It's in here somewhere, but a lot of this was red check or gingham. And we have this one, and I think there's a bigger check like that. There's more under here, more red gingham. Here is another larger piece of the smaller check. And then, yeah, there's a lot more red gingham than I realized when I looked through the bag. This one has some kind of stitching on it. I don't know if you can see. I believe it's hand done, but it does seem kind of perfect. But anyway, it does look hand done on the back. And then this one you can see has a seam all the way around. It's a giant triangle. See, there's the tip. So there's that, and then more of this check. And then we're going to get into some green fabrics. Green and red are color fabrics that I don't, well, use at all. I use green coloring in my journals. But you see, like, this is one of the ones I really liked, and it's only a little piece like that. So anyways, that's that. I don't use red in my journals hardly ever. We've got this piece. And this one, I don't know if these are vintage or not. They kind of do look vintagey. Some of them look like they were cut out with a pattern, like this kind of reminds me of a sleeve almost, but I don't know. Then we have this strip of this, and another little strip of this, which I thought was pretty. This one is a nice neutral for backgrounds of stuff, which I might take out. Then I like this kind of beige and green gingham, and then we have some black gingham that was definitely a shirt or something, because you see here's a seam that maybe they took apart. Somebody took it apart. I love this fabric. Here's some more of the green. I like the more old-fashioned looking fabrics, some blue gingham, some more of this one, see, just kind of scrappy. This one, is, for some reason, looks Christmassy to me. I don't know why, maybe the colors of like the red and green. This is flannel, and it looks like it was cut to be a scarf for a teddy bear or something like that. I don't know if I'll ever use that. This is like a velvet. I'm going to have to lint roll it and iron it. Then we have this one, which is very pretty, and a nice big chunk of it. And this one is very shiny. I don't know what this is, what kind of fabric this is, but it's shiny. I don't know if I'll use shiny fabric for anything. But that's that for that package. Oh, and this was in it too. It's a little piece of pink felt. And then in this one was 50 cents. A lot of buttons. The buttons are what attracted me to it. And then I realized that there were these little, what are they, hexagons? This one feels very pillowy. So I thought, oh, here's another little one. These would be cute in a Christmas journal because they are Christmassy material and wintry material fabric. And then all these buttons, I have no idea if they're vintage or not. Oh, here's another little hexagon. They look vintagey-ish to me, but I don't know. And then there was instructions. They're called folded flower. I don't know what it was. It was a kit of some kind. So I don't think I'll use it as the kit. I'll probably maybe use this in my journal, the paper. And I definitely like the buttons. And then we have this one is another kit. It was called Traditions at the White Swan. It was a kit. And it says I paid $1 for it. But in here it says it originally was $16. It was a kit called Be My Honey. And then it has just this in there. So it tells you background, outer border, bear head. So it was a bear, teddy bear, I guess. It's got some buttons, Hill Creek design heart-shaped buttons, and little teeny tiny buttons. And then we have just a bunch of little fabric swatches. Some of them are small and some of them are large. That could be Christmassy. All the reds, of course, could be Christmassy. And we have little tiny ones. And, these could make little embellishments and that. And that is from Traditions at the White Swan, Hagerstown, Maryland. So that's come up from Maryland. This is another one. I want to keep this sticker intact. So I think I'll just put it on the back here for now. I don't want to rip it opening it. This is another one of those kits to make something with. I like the Hill Creek design buttons. This was June bugs, whatever that it was. And it tells you background, outer border, leaf, flowers, backing, and buttons also included. Butterfly, upper body, dragonfly, inner border, binding and leaf, stems, lower body. So it was some kind of bug, June bug, dragonfly, butterfly, or whatever, but this has got some really pretty fabric swatches in it. This is sparkly. So somebody made these up, by hand. I don't think they're vintage, although they may be, a few years old. Obviously, whoever made them didn't want them anymore, or they went out of business or whatever. So we've got that one. And then the last one is in here. And this one looks like it was like a quilt. It's so nice, and this was in Norwich. We used to live closer to Norwich. This came from a sewing store, fabric store that used to be in Norwich, New York. wall hanging to go grape basket. That's what that is. So we have all these different little fabrics, little strips. They all look kind of vintagey, but I don't think they're not really vintage, but they got that like folk kind of, I don't know what you call it, folk craft vibe to them. That's pretty. A paisley, this one, and then this is in here. I don't know why it's in a separate little baggie. And then we have these two. I wonder if there's another one in here. So I thought this was a pretty good deal to only pay a couple dollars for all these fabrics. And I realized I had one more pack here from the same sewing fabric store in Norwich. Oh, look how pretty that is. That would be nice for Christmas too. There's a lot of it too. A creamy fabric and this red, and I wonder what this was. Star crossing, a wall hanging to go star crossing. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.